seeker is anybody that is looking for their healthy lifestyle, their exercise, their healthy eating habits, but they're not achieving it.
A health seeker, I think, is a person that is looking for healthy ideas and ways of life and what to eat and how to live and to improve their quality of life.
I would assume it's somebody who's like me, someone who's just looking to stay healthy, doesn't require to be, you know, in competitions for bodybuilding or anything like that, but someone who's just looking to feel good about themselves on a daily basis.
For me, health seeker means just me reconnecting with the natural order of things. You know, that's the way we're supposed to live. We just forgot it.
We are facing challenges in our lifestyle health choices in this country unlike anything we've ever seen. Because of reduced levels of activity with our children, because of inactivity in our adults, with increased calorie intake, we now are looking at long-term health issues for generations to come. And now is the time we have to stop it. We know that 66% of our adults are obese or overweight at this point in time. That's beyond anything we've ever seen. We know that 17% of our children have type 2 diabetes. That's up from 4% just 25 years ago. These are huge challenges for us from a lifestyle health standpoint. We know from the Centers for Disease Control that this generation of children may be the first generation ever raised in this country that is less healthy and less fit than their parents' generation.
I have a very stressful job as a veterinarian. It's a very emotionally draining job. I'm very emotionally involved with my clients and with my patients, and some days when I come home, I'm aggravated and that type of thing, and going out for a run or going to the gym is a huge stress release for me.
I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes at age 57. And I thought it was the worst thing until my doctor said, wrap your head around it. I really got into it. I did all the right things, or at least things that people said I should do, and it just changed my life.
Oh, right now I got this lifetime arthritis, but I still have to go to work. My doctor said I have to exercise because I'm too heavy for my feet.
To stay alive. To stay alive, you need to move, to keep your joints flexible, and to be around people, young and old.
Time is an issue. This is my first child, and I find just getting out of the house is a struggle.
So anyway, I just saw my pictures, videos, and I said, you know, I've got to change this. Olivia is overweight too. John had gotten a belly, and he had normally always been pretty fit, and we had gym memberships, and we weren't using them.
Well, the motivation has to come from within, not just from your family. I gave my wife a promise before we got married that we'd have 50 years together. So for me, that's a huge motivator.
I was heavier when I was in high school. I was about 30 pounds heavier in high school than I am now. So having kind of lost that weight and seeing the difference in the way that I felt and, you know, activity and what, you know, how much more quickly I was tired, it's really, I sort of have this fear of going back to, you know, being heavier and more out of shape.
I leave the house at 4:45, 5 days a week. I actually started doing it because it took longer to ride the subway, ride the metro, than it does to ride the bike. And it gets my exercise twice a day, morning and evenings.
I would definitely use a Y if it was close to us. Growing up, I was not physically active at all, but in my early 20s, I started.
I want to be successful, even though that's a relative term, and I want to be happy. So I work out every day. I look in the mirror and I'm really happy with what I have.
You know, the balance between mind, body, and spirit is for me doing something that is, you know, I guess for the mind aspect is fulfilling and is intellectually challenging and rigorous, but not pushing myself so hard that you overexert yourself and that you don't take care of yourself.
I'm a very spiritual person, and I think that's how we're meant to
move through our lives with all things working together.
Now that I'm getting more physically fit, I feel like my mind is stronger because of it. Because people can say negative things to me, but I know what I can do in the weight room, on the basketball court.
It's easy to be a grump when you don't work out, but when you've worked out and you feel good about it and you're with your family, you're not going to be a grump. You're going to be happy.
You know, we try to get everything well-rounded and balanced. It's a basic thing. Fitness, diet, sleep.
Curly fries. Pasta. I love apples and oranges. I like strawberries. I eat like 100 oranges.
America, I think, is addicted to convenience, and that addiction to convenience has done horrible things for our health.
And so we come here in the States, and food is so friendly. By the time I go home, I pass by all this fast food, and then I'm so hungry, and like what they say, I can eat a horse.
It's rare that friends will say, well, why don't you come over and we'll have dinner at my house and I'll cook something. It's why don't we go out to dinner somewhere, and then you end up eating food that's just worse for you.
I always watch what I eat, but sometimes we always go get some junk food. It happens. Everyone loves junk food.
I'm a meat and potatoes girl, so everything in moderation for me. So smaller portions, that kind of thing. I try to eat a very good breakfast every morning.
He ate a lot of ice cream when we first moved in together.
I gained like 15 pounds or something, or 10 pounds. So.
Unfortunately, he loses it really quickly.
The biggest challenge in keeping up with this new regimen is time. Finding the time to be able to work out and have the time to work out and balance family.
My dad was actually recently diagnosed diabetic. It's tough because we are living so far away. He lives in Indiana, and I'm in New York, and so it's not like I can say, hey, why don't we be workout buddies and we'll go meet up? Because that was something that really helped me when I first started trying to get into shape. So I did suggest to him at one point that, maybe we start, like food diarying with each other or just kind of talking about it more, which he didn't sort of shoot down, but he kind of was like, oh yeah, maybe, and just, it's never really happened. But I think about, bringing it up with him again and kind of trying to do it as a team thing.
I think the Y is a good community center because you can come in here and it's a great atmosphere for you, and everybody's, has open arms for you.
I think the Y can get more into people's lifestyles, more into people's attitudes. I think that's a big thing. Our eating habits are learned, and I think we can unlearn those in very subtle ways. Just as advertisers teach us things in subtle ways, we can teach the right thing in subtle ways.
He eats a lot healthier because he eats pretty much what I eat.
Yeah. That's actually what got me. I'm very, very much more conscious about what the salt is in the in the labels.
We just alternate and we kind of trade off. Here, you watch the child. I'm going to go take some time for me to take care of my health, do some swimming, do some laps, do a run.
I have some amazing friends at the Y. Some of them are basketball players and some of them are weightlifters, but they're amazing friends. Every single person I hang out with in Washington, D.C. is from the YMCA.
I joined not only for the health reasons, but for the social aspect to meet people.
I think that communities need to have things available not only for parents, but for children as well, to help people learn how to live a healthy lifestyle.
I think the families rely on the Y to be that community. The Y does become their neighborhood, and it's their support system for the kids and their families.
The Y it's a great place, not just for families, but for everybody. But if you're looking for some place to keep yourself healthy as a community, it's a place to come in. This is a place where everybody knows when you're not here. They're going to notice that you've come to a certain class, and you're really going to feel supported.
There's, some gyms you go, and there's this sense that if you're not already fit, you shouldn't be here. And I think that, especially when I was first starting to lose weight, it really kind of scared me off, and I have friends that it scared off. So somewhere where, it's okay to be in the process and understanding that, we're all kind of on different points of the process.
I have some stress at work sometimes, and that's why I come here. And I totally forget about it when I work out.
I like to be outside. I grew up with my dad doing a lot of hunting and fishing and being in the woods. I'm an ex-scout, so I like being outside. I like natural things.
Because I prefer to run and be outside, it's a lot more entertaining for me, and I'm much happier outdoors. If it's raining or something, I'll run on the treadmill, I'll do the elliptical. I've had problems with my joints in the past, my knees and my ankles, things like that. So I'll go and do some strengthening exercises, some of the lower impact type of stuff.
My daughter is in high school, first year, and my son is in middle school, and they've been in the Y program since they were in 3rd grade. They actually look forward to seeing the friends that they've met here. They really enjoy seeing the other kids that come to the program.
We're not as active as we'd like to be. You know, we try to do what we can, but we've done a much better job of trying to act like a family in terms of eating dinner at the table together again, where we got really far away from that when we got really involved with our jobs.
If parents just went the extra step and actually encouraged their kids to eat healthy and pack them healthy snacks and encourage them to eat healthy food. Kids also want to be like their parents, so when parents eat healthy, when they see like their parents eating healthy, they also want to be like their parents.
Sometimes when I don't have football practice, I jog with my mom around the track.
One thing that is good for me is that I don't have any little grandchildren, and by reading to the kids, it keeps me in touch with the little ones and what's going on in their world.
My husband have diabetes, so we have to cook our food different, especially for him, because if not, his blood sugar goes up. So we're both have this kind of chronic disease.
You have to start somewhere. And right now it's been walking for us. And so after dinner, we'll get out, instead of just sitting down and reading a book, we'll all go out and take a walk, and we'll go a mile. We'll go around the neighborhood, and this time of year, everybody's out.
The YMCA is uniquely positioned. We were, for this country for generations, the organization that helped people understand the beauty of a balance in their life, the spiritual, physical, and mental parts of it. Now we see, with this new generation coming toward us, that we once again can take the lead working with others in collaborative efforts to make a major change in what's happening around lifestyle health issues.
One of the things we need to do more of in the area of public health where CDC works is we need to go to the trusted organizations in the society. The Ys, because of their great history, have that trust in the community, and so they are a natural place for health seekers. When they have questions, they know they can go to the Y to get trusted information.
Activate America is the YMCA's response to the lifestyle health crisis in a very large and major way. Activate America really has two major parts. It's first around adults and children and their personal lifestyle health, but it's also about connecting with communities and helping communities make the changes that are necessary so that people have opportunities to bike, to walk, to do the kinds of things that are necessary for a community to avoid the lifestyle health issues that are going on in this country.
Ys, I think, are in a very unique position. They are the conveners, they are the trusted organization in many of our communities. They have the power to convene policymakers in the community. They can get the mayor, they can get the school superintendent, they can get the urban planners, they can get the healthcare and the hospital system, all sitting around the table talking about what's going on in a specific community.
YMCAs are changing all of their internal systems, all the way from when you walk in the door and say, I think I would like to become involved with the YMCA. It used to be that in YMCAs we would say, good, come on a tour, and we would walk you around and we'd show you the swimming pool and we'd show you the weight room and we'd show you the gymnasium, never asking why you came in the first place. Now we understand it's more about a relationship. It's more about what motivates you in your health. And we're very, very concerned that we begin to make the changes internally in our staff training, in the staff's capacity to engage people in these kind of conversations, in all of our systems, our background, the data we collect, so that we know when you come into a YMCA, we are providing you with the support you need in order to become as healthy as possible and enjoy as healthy a lifestyle as it's possible for you to enjoy. I think the most important thing I can say to our YMCA staff and volunteers at the same time, we have an opportunity as an organization to take on and help find solutions to the biggest challenge facing our nation around health. We all came to work for the YMCA because we wanted to make a difference. We wanted to change. We wanted to make a contribution. Here is our chance. Here is our opportunity.
And I'll show you how to.
Well-being,
family and you,
community, support,
relationships,
partnerships,
environment,
choices, mission.
we can.
We can.
We can.
We can do this.